Good morning, it's Kenny Ken for Pep Talk UK. We're talking about transfers, particularly involving Arsenal Football Club. At the moment, firstly I'm going to say it's only speculation. We have had nothing concrete. Arsenal still waiting for the really, looking at how much they can afford. Apparently there's a transfer budget of £40 million. But there are rumours that we are looking at players. Firstly, we're looking at players like Ryan Fraser of Bournemouth. Had a breakthrough season last season for Bournemouth in terms of goals and assists. However, there's been talk that Ryan Fraser may see out his contract and run it down and go on a free. So Arsenal will have to move very quickly for the Bournemouth inside forward in the left. Also, there's talk of Yannick Carrasco, Belgium international, formerly at Atletico Madrid and now playing at China. As rumours say, was interested in a move to Europe. He hasn't exactly said Arsenal, but Arsenal fans do feel that he is a player that is definitely on the lookout, and also someone who can play in an advanced role up front, and also can play on the left and right hand side. He's got a lot of pace as well. I think Arsenal are going to have to deal directly with him as in his agent in terms of the financial outlook. What I mean by financial outlook, ladies and gentlemen, is the financial package. I think you used my word wrongly there. Also, there was talk of players like Rabiot. Although Rabiot is going on a free from PSG, Rabiot at the moment, in my sources tell me, is being coveted by Juventus. So that's probably a player that Arsenal can miss out on. The biggest talk so far in the last couple of days is a guy called William Saliba from Saint Etienne. He's only 18 years old, very highly rated defender. Again, someone that Arsenal are coveting, and also Man United are looking at as well. However, talks, if we look at the Daily Mirror, although the Daily Mirror is not a reliable source of evidence, they're saying that Arsenal could miss out on the deal because of the lack of funds. So when we're looking at all Arsenal's transfer targets, regarding the names that I've just mentioned and our other names, one of the things that Arsenal have to look at again is how they're going to generate funds. We know the owners are not going to put any money in, and we know that it's probably only about between 40 and 50 million pounds to spend. So for me, in terms of Arsenal's transfer targets, they're all gettable, but I think Arsenal have to make the difficult decision to see if they can offload before they can buy players. And I'm not just talking about players who we know are going to go. We know that Welbeck's contract is not being extended. We know Czech left 2-3 weeks ago. We've lost Aaron Ramsey. We know we're probably going to be losing Jankerson. All players whose wages we can get off the books. However, we're not going to get massive fees for a player like Jankerson. So with great reluctance, we have to look at other areas, especially areas such as maybe Granit Xhaka. Now, I know a lot of people are big fans of Granit Xhaka, but he is going to generate a lot of money. We also had situations regarding players like Aubameyang, although that was 2 weeks ago, that there would probably be an offer on the table for about 60 or 70 million pounds. 30-year-old player, do we sell in order to fund our transfer targets, or do we keep him? But, so on the one hand, we're hearing stories about Aubameyang, about how he's maybe coveted by teams for the ball, especially in China. I'm hearing another story about how Arsenal may extend his contract and give him maybe 300 grand a week. So these are a lot of areas that we need to look at. Also, there's conundrum of Mesut Ozil. Mesut Ozil's another situation. He divides opinion amongst the football club. Do we keep Ozil and let him see out the last couple of years of his contract, or do we cash in and admit defeat and say his performances do not meet the criteria for a player in £350,000 a week? These are all the questions that Arsenal need to look at in terms of their transfer strategy. But we've got until the 8th of August. Nothing is concrete at the moment. My advice is to a lot of fans is, wait patiently and let's see what will happen. But For me, if you look in my crystal ball, I think Arsenal are going to have to offload before they can make big purchases. It's Kenny Ken signing off. I'll speak to you later. Bye.